Untouched ASMR. How are you? I hope you are well. Before we get into the video, I do just want to mention that I have a Patreon channel, and the link is in the description box down below, as well as on the top banner throughout the course of the video. I've also included links for donations if you want. If not, no problem at all. Just thought I would put it out there. Today's video, we're going to be doing something kind of inspired by one of my past videos, but putting a holiday spin on it. So I was thinking of some of my personal assistant videos that I've done, like type of, secretary type of role plays. And I was like, you know what the best Christmas one would be? Santa's personal assistant. So that's what we're going to be doing today. It's going to be a little bit different. I'm not going to be speaking to you like you are Santa. I'm going to speak to you as if we are talking about things for Santa as the personal assistant, if that makes sense. Because I just felt like talking to you as Santa, I mean, that would definitely be, I could definitely do it and it would definitely work. But I think it'd be cool to like have him not be you in the video. Do you know what I'm saying? So let's just try it out. I'm kind of excited. I would love to be Santa's personal assistant. So let's just get started. Okay, I'm gonna lower you guys down a bit to kind of like see what's going on. Oh, hello. Hi, how are you? Good. You are just on time and Santa's been expecting you. Please come in. Take a seat right in front of me. Yep. I am Santa's personal assistant. My name is Untouched, and as you can imagine, things are very busy this time of year. Before we get started, can I help you to any hot chocolate, any candy canes or marshmallows, or anything festive? Okay, no problem. I'm so glad that you are here to help me organize the final Christmas preparations. There's just so much to go over and to do, and I'm gonna need all hands on deck for this, or should I say all hands on sleigh. Okay, so let's get started, shall we? I have a very detailed to-do list here, and Santa, as you know, likes things to be just perfect for Christmas Eve, as you can only imagine. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Oh, first things first, the naughty and nice list. It's the most important task that we handle before Christmas. Sorry, I got some tinsel in my setup here. Okay, let's see. Here it is. Now, Santa's been double checking this list, but I always like to go through it one last time for him, just in case. The green is the only right option. Okay, so here's what we do. I'll read out a few names and we'll decide whether they'll stay on the nice list or, well, you know, the naughty list. Let's see. Actually, I know green is the only right answer, but I think we should use a pencil just in case we make any mistakes. Okay, first, Clara Jenkins. Clara baked cookies for her neighbors all year, which is wonderful, and even for Mr. Crumbly, who never shares his lemon cake recipe. I think she's definitely on the nice list, don't you? Okay. Next up, we have Alex Thompson. This one's a little bit more tricky. He did forget to do his homework a few times this year. However, he showed his grandmother's driveway after every snowstorm. What do you think? Nice or naughty? Nice? I agree. Santa's a big believer in second chances after all. Oh, and let's not forget about the pets. They're honestly very important. Oh yes, pets can totally be on the list. Did you know that? Oh yeah. Well, let's see. Luna the golden retriever ate an entire batch of Christmas cookies. Oh no. But she also cuddled her owner every time they were sad. That's definitely a spot on the nice list. Okay, so I think we went through pretty much all the ones that we were missing. Okay, so let's just move forward with the next task, okay? The next thing we have to do is double check the gift list. Now, Santa just gets so many letters that sometimes we need to confirm a few special requests just to make sure we have everything written down and in the right spots. Dear Santa, I've been really good this year. I like a teddy bear for me and a warm coat for my little sister. Oh, isn't that sweet? It always warms my heart to see kids thinking of others. Okay, so I'm going to make that request as urgent priority. Santa just loves to see generosity like that, so that will definitely be put in as urgent priority. Okay. Okay, here's one. A model train set with a snowy village. Classic and timeless. Santa's elves have been working so hard this year, especially on those. And of course the bicycles, sorry. I have been told that the elves have already prepped a few hundred shiny red and green bikes for delivery. Every year, it's just so incredible to see how much love and care goes into all of this. Santa's workshop is just truly magical in every sense. Oh, look here. You see this? Someone requested a homemade scarf for the grandmother. Isn't that lovely? Okay, I'm gonna check with the knitting department. They're the best at soft, cozy scarves with just the right amount of Christmas cheer. Okay. Now, the sleigh. This is a very important step. Santa's sleigh needs to be packed perfectly so everything fits. So here's how it works. Larger gifts like doll houses, rocking horses, those kind of things, they're gonna go in first. They create a nice base so that the rest of the presents can stack on top, and they're nice and sturdy. Okay, so I'm gonna just write this down just so you can be aware. Okay, so you can reference this later. Then the next layer is going to be your medium-sized packages. So it's going to be toy trains, board games, stuffed animals. Those are going to be carefully placed on the next layer, on top of the larger gifts. And then finally, those small gifts, you know, the ones in little shiny boxes tied up with the ribbons, those are going to get tucked in last, okay? Okay. And the elves, oh God, they are just so busy right now, working overtime. Did you know that there's literally entire elf departments dedicated to specific tasks? We like to keep it very organized around here because it can just be chaos, if not. Some of the examples I'll give you. So there's a toy assembly team. That's what you would typically see in, you know, like Rudolph or in the movies. That's what you see. So that makes sure every gift is perfect. There's no missing pieces. Everything is decorated the correct way. And then we have the wrapping department. They are all about tying all the ribbons and the bows and the wrapping paper, and they just wrap everything so pristinely. They have such a system, and all the gifts come out looking just adorable. We also have a sleigh logistics crew, actually, and they map out Santa's route. And sometimes it's different every year, so we like to, you know, have an entire team for that, just so we can, you know, ensure that we're getting all the houses, because every year, you know, people move and new kids are born, so, you know, we'd like to take that into account. And they also deal with things such as the quality control issues on the sleigh. And then we also have a candy cane quality control team. Well, you know, they're kind of just making sure that the candy canes are perfectly straight and pepperminty. It's very serious business. Speaking of that route, let me pull that up. Santa's sleigh needs to visit every single home in the world. That's billions of stops, and the route is perfectly optimized so that he never misses anyone and is able to do it in a timely, efficient manner. Oh, and let's not forget about the reindeer either. They need their treats, so carrots and oats for Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, well, all of them really. And an extra sugar cube for Rudolph. He's deserved it. And he has to lead the way every year, so. Okay, looks like the Sleigh Logistics crew got the route all good and done this year, which is lovely. Just knocks one thing off of our list, which is just amazing because we have a lot of things we've been going over today. Okay, so that's all good to go. It looks like it's going to take him approximately 12 hours and 4 minutes to do the whole thing. Okay. Last year was 12 hours and 24 minutes, so okay. Now we need to go over Santa's schedule for Christmas Eve. It's quite the whirlwind. Okay. So on this day, at 6 p.m. sharp, Santa will do his final pre-flight check with the reindeer. Rudolph, of course, will get an extra polish to his nose. Of course, they need the light to see brightly. At 7 p.m., here we have it here, Mrs. Claus is going to send him off with a warm thermos of hot cocoa and some cookies for the journey, just so he has some fuel while he is doing all this hard work. Okay? And then by 9 p.m. here, Santa's going to make his first stop, and this year that's going to be in New Zealand. Did you know that they're actually one of the first places to celebrate Christmas? Yeah, so it is, we try to go right to left according to time. Obviously we make a few exceptions, but mostly that's how it works. We go right to left. So all the way to the right of the earth, all the way to the left. That goes around the time. So the first places to hit 12 a.m. on the 25th, that's around the first stops. And then as you go farther and farther and farther, we get to the last stops. Yeah, no, it's definitely not random. We plan it out very carefully every year. And then by midnight, Santa will actually be halfway across the globe, spreading all of his Christmas cheer to everyone and every child, which is just so lovely. But it is such a tight schedule. However, he's been doing this for centuries, so I think we can trust him. Okay, so I think we're all set there. The naughty and nice list is finalized. I'm so glad that we went over that together. The gift requests have been double checked, and I made some priority lists and wrote notes for some of those so that the elves can adjust the gifts for some of those. The sleigh is all good and ready, and the route is already mapped out, which is wonderful. Okay, and Santa's schedule is locked in. So I am Santa's personal assistant, but what I need you to do now is I need to outsource some of this work to you in this sense. So we pretty much got everything that we needed to talk done. I am going to need you to make sure that you go get a basket of treats for each reindeer, okay? And make sure that, like I said earlier, that Rudolph gets an extra sugar cube in his. And make sure that you just put them in the sleigh. So there's going to be kind of a dashboard and have all the little the speedometer and all that. Underneath that, there is going to be slots for each of the reindeer's baskets, because they are going to need fuel as well. I mean, they're doing a lot of heavy lifting, so they're going to get a basket of treats each to keep fuel. That is one thing, obviously, we talked about that I cannot do at this moment. I have a few more things to wrap up on my own, so I'll have you do that. And I would just go around to all the elf departments and just make sure that everything is kind of finalized and wrapped up the way that it should be. And if there's anything missing or anything wrong, please just come right back to me and let me know, because then I can get to work on that. But I think everything else should be good. I know last year the candy canes were a little bit brittle, so I would double check again with the candy cane department to make sure that they're more sturdy this year. I just have to do a few things. I have to print out the entire naughty and nice list, and I also have to print out the gift list and kind of finalize that just a little more and get it ready for Santa so he knows which gifts goes to which house. Okay, and that's pretty much it. I think we have everything else locked in. Now, at the time when he leaves, we both are going to be there, as well as Mrs. Claus. So she's gonna, pack him with all of his belongings and everything that he needs. And we're gonna be there to kind of give him the rundown of what is the plan for this year in terms of the route, and give him all the papers that he needs and get him all ready and set to go. So I will see you there at that point. Like I said, again, if there's anything else that you need from me beforehand, or if you have any problems with the things that I just mentioned for you to do, please feel free to come back in the office. I probably will be over by the printer because I have a lot of printing to do. Okay, now, thank you so much for your help today. We just needed an extra hand. There was, an abundance of nice children this year as opposed to naughty, so we had a lot of more gifts to wrap and a lot more work cut out for us, so I'm very grateful for your help. Now, and Santa's always telling us how important teamwork is, and everyone works in a team here, so and I recognize your hard work as well. So now let's just, before we leave, this is a very high anxiety time, let's just take a breath together. Let's just do a few, okay? Let's go in for 3 and out. In for 3 and out. In, one more time, and out. Okay, I feel better, don't you? Okay, good. Just know that everything's under control. We've got this, and we're gonna make Christmas just perfect. Santa's got it under control too. He's got it. He always does. He believes in us too, so we got it. All right, so it is go time. I will see you at the sleigh later on, but thank you so much again for your help, and I hope you have sweet dreams. Okay, thank you so much. Bye-bye.